So, as we start looking at hardware, there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. And here I'm specifically talking about storage when I'm talking about hardware. One of the things that I've seen in some very expensive storage is single point of failure. You need to make sure that everything you've got within your storage area network is redundant. You also want to make sure that if the primary fails or part of it fails, that you do not need downtime in order to replace parts, in order to keep your system up. Next, you need to make sure that your capacity is expandable. A lot of shops will say, oh, I'm going to go buy some solid state cards. Well, this is very old technology. They put the cards in their box. Suddenly they're a lot faster with some of their components. And suddenly they realize they don't have any slots in their box. They don't have a way of putting it in externally. This is a big problem. As we start looking at individual vendors, one of the other things you want to look for is dynamic block sizes. The idea behind a block size is as follows. I want this chunk of storage off the storage area network. How big is this block of storage? A lot of the storage vendors require that you have specific sizes, that you predefine the size of the block. For example, you might, in some of the vendors, choose to have a 2K storage block. Well, I do a lot of work with Microsoft SQL Server. Microsoft SQL Server has an 8K data page, and that 8K data page is the unit of I/O that will be performed pretty much 100% of the time. If I reach out for an 8K block of data, and the blocks are set up in 2K blocks, what ends up happening is I need 4 I/Os to retrieve the data. So if you're being promised, say, 300,000 I/Os per second, and you're requiring 4 for every I/O request, your 300,000 IOPS suddenly became 75,000 IOPS. And suddenly this device is a quarter of the speed that you're looking for.